Yeah, what's going on out there? Your boy back with another segment. Hope everybody enjoying their weekend. You know, out right now doing a few little things. Dropped my son off at the mall with his friends. So getting into the topic, everybody want to know, the real Dwayne Thomas, what he's like, where he's from. Your boy from originally Hartsville. Been around here and there. New York, Maryland, with family. Shirley, Uncle Willie, R.I.P. Uncle Will, love you, dude. Got to Miami when I was 7 years old. My bad, I forgot about the seatbelt, y'all. But yeah, I got to Miami when I was 7 years old. You know, Me and my mom came out here, and I really didn't fall in love with Miami until I want to say high school, because being a youngster and being out here, really didn't know too many people. This wasn't my city at first, and just want to be around my grandma, you know. Um, but yeah, when I got to Miami, New Orleans, that when I, fell in love with, you know, Miami. But before that, I went to Parkway Middle, and also Biscayne Elementary. So, been here for some time now. Love Miami, love Miami to death. I thank you guys for embracing me, showing me the love back, allowing me to come in your city, me and my family, and build a life here. So appreciative, so grateful. Because when I was, in Hartsville and trying to run behind my dad, trying to build a relationship with him, wasn't really working out, because I guess he had another agenda, and my mom always had to clean up the slack, clean up the pieces, pick up the pieces, and I always gave him the praise because as a little boy you wanted your dad in your life, and he just wasn't there. A lot of broken, empty promises. I only seen him maybe once or a couple times a year, and it depends on the schedule, or if my grandma was coming down to Florida for a church seminar, then I see him, which they did once a year. It was hard, because as a little boy, you always want your dad to be your hero, you know. And my mom ended up being my hero, you know. The woman that I looked up to, the woman that raised me, that did everything by herself, without support, I mean, as a youngster, yeah, she had support with my grandma, her sisters, my aunt Shirley, people like that, Aunt Edna, cousins, Nell, Gloria, people like that, Gerald. But my dad was missing. And I guess that's what I craved for and didn't get. So it caused me to, do a lot of things and act out and get into a lot of trouble. I stayed in the sun. I think everybody in Carolina, they knew my name. My name rung bells down there. Everybody knew me because I always was doing something, and always getting in some type of trouble. Now, it wasn't like, it was real trouble, So that's how it went. And when she got remarried, I took my anger and frustrations out on my stepdad because he was trying to do the things that I wanted my real dad to do, and I wouldn't allow him to do those things. So I rebelled, and definitely sorry for those moments, and the way I treated him. Truly sorry about that, because I know he only wanted what was best for me and was trying to do what was right. And I just wasn't trying to hear it because it wasn't my dad. And then time flew by, gotten older, now he's sick, not doing good, and he's transitioning. And honestly, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, I really didn't want to go. My mom made me go, because I really didn't have anything to say to him. Really didn't want to be around him, and because of the anger that was built up, that I never spoke about, even to my mom. To the day, she really don't know. I guess she hear it now from this video, but I didn't have too much to say, and I noticed, you know, before he even got sick, you know, my dad had it. I mean, he had the money, he had that life, he had the cars, he had everything he wanted because, you know, my grandfather and my grandmother provided those things and gave him that life of luxury. And he just used to throw it up in, you know, people's face, like his cousins and people like that that love him and cared about him. He just threw it up in their face, and if they needed help, he was never there to give a lending hand. I mean, he was there, but he wouldn't give a lending hand. He wouldn't look out for, you know, family, and which is really sad, because when he passed, y'all, I swear to you, it was only maybe a handful of people at his funeral. Now, in the transition of him dying, it was just me in the hospital. The doctor, I was the only one that can say, you know, go ahead and pull the plug, because my sisters and brothers wasn't there, and that just left me. I mean, nobody was there, yo, just me, and that's really sad. I mean, you don't want to build a life like that where you have material stuff, but you don't have family on your back, because at the end of the day, that material stuff, it comes and goes. I mean, you can get that, you can't get back a good family member when they go. So you really need to cherish your family and cherish your loved ones. I mean, even if you have family or parents that's out there that did you wrong or not there for you, try to get with them and talk to them and try to get some closure, because honestly, you're gonna need it so you can move on with your life and, you know, be the human being you want to be, because if not, you're gonna struggle with it, and that's not good either, because it makes you sick. And I struggled with it for a while. I finally learned how to let it go and give it to God, you know. And, so I'm at peace with it now, you know. So my whole thing is now, you know, I invest and not, you know, cater to the one that held me down for life, which is my mom, which is Vivian, you know, the love of my life, my heart, you know. So she's always been that rock for me. She's always told me the truth. She's always held me down. She always told me, even when I was 6, 7 years old, I think it was something I wanted, and she told me, say, you're not going to get everything out here in life that you want, you know. And when she said that, I knew exactly what she meant, because it stuck to me. And I remember that as a young kid to now as an adult. And it's a true story. You're not always going to get what you want in life, but you will get what you need, you know. But, you know, try to, you know, try to be a better version of you. Don't let what your parents or family members or whatever do to you dictate, you know, the life that you want to live and the human being that you want to be, you know. So, you know, that's a piece of Dwayne, you know. 53 right now, 4 kids, 3 boys, a girl, you know, 2 adults, Dwayne and Deja, then Mariah and Achille, they're the teenagers. You know, they down here with me in Miami. Me a single father, you know. Parents helped me out tremendously. Love them for it. Without them, I'd be lost around here, you know, with two teenagers. So definitely grateful and thankful, you know, and very appreciative. I'm grateful to God for allowing them to be my parents and actually just to be in my world, be in my life. You know, I couldn't ask for him to put me with better people to look after me and still teach me things and show me things that I don't know, you know, and I'm very thankful, very grateful. So, you know, I just wanted to get that off my chest, you know, give y'all a little inside of Dwayne, you know, the person I am, the person I was, the person I'm becoming, you know. That's about it, ladies and gentlemen. So, you guys enjoy your weekend. It was a pleasure, you know. Salute.